Yeah, very good morning to us today and welcome to a new week. I promised us earlier that was late yesterday night that I am going to give us the bigger picture on what we are expecting in this new week. And here we are today, just coming into the new week. We are having about 6 days and 18 hours still left for the week. So what that means is that the week is very fresh. And before us here today is a chart of Bitcoin and US dollar on weekly time frame. On weekly time frame. Now, I want to zoom out on this chart so that we can see what is going on. Zoom out this chart so that we can see what is going on. Yeah, if you look at this, a new weekly candle, the tiny red candle that's here, weekly tiny red candle that just opened here. And this particular white trend line that you are seeing here, let me squeeze it again so that you can see clearly this particular white trend line that you see here is the top of Bitcoin. This was the top of Bitcoin of 2018, 2017. This was where Bitcoin top out 2017. This price of 19,000. That is where Bitcoin so far has been hovering for quite some time. Since 13th of June 2022, Bitcoin have been struggling with this 19,000 levels. Bitcoin have been struggling with this 19,000 levels. And let me zoom out once again. This 19,000 levels happen to be the top of 2019. Usually, when prices fall down, they hold at their previous all-time high because that is where the structure, the macro structures are formed. So we are expecting that Bitcoin should be holding around this 19,000 for real because that is traditional. Prices tend to hold at their previous all-time high. Previous all-time high for 2019 is this 2017 is this 19,000 levels. That's why Bitcoin have been struggling so much around this 19,000 levels. But do you know what? There are multiple issues around this 19,000 levels. You look at this is March. Yeah, this is around March, 2022. Since around March 2022, take note of this trend that has formed here. You can take note of this trend that has formed here. This trend is a resistance, it's a downtrend that has formed since March for Bitcoin. And this trend has been a resistant trend. Bitcoin has not been able to break above this trend. Even up to this day, look at today in this new week, the candle that has formed there, we are seeing that that candle that has formed is a red candle. Can I remove this trend line first? Let me shift it away so we can see it very clearly. You can see that that candle, this is the new weekly candle, and it is opening below, resistance. It's below, even below resistance of this 19,600. It's opening below resistance of 19,600. You know, and what this means is that if you even look at here on the micros, the time frame is another resistance here. There are actually multiple resistance that this price of Bitcoin is going to be facing in this week, and that is not a bullish sign for Bitcoin in this very week for sure. It's not a bullish sign. We're going to look how we can make a case for Bitcoin because now if you look at this particular block, this is a sell order block. This red order block is a sell order block. A lot of people have put sell orders around this area. A lot of people have put sell order around this area, and it is very difficult for Bitcoin to move out of this territory for now. Practically, it is difficult for Bitcoin to move out of this territory right now because this is a sell block. That is why I see Bitcoin try to come out there. It was not possible and fell down back in again. I'm struggling around this area until this will turn to a buy order block. Then we will not expect Bitcoin to move above where it is right now. So Bitcoin can be struggling around these prices, you know, of 19,000, coming up to now. There's something significant here. I have to quickly point out to us. I want to quickly point out something to us about this trend line. Yeah, you see this trend line. Hmm? If Bitcoin can break above this trend line, if Bitcoin can break above this trend line and start consolidating and initiate the move, that is going to be very positive for Bitcoin. That is going to be very positive. Now, let us look at um, the other indicator, the moving average rebound. Let's see what the moving now. This moving average rebound is used for, as you know, we are catching, long-term signals where you make the big money. You want to make the big money, we make use of the long-term signals to make the big money. So now, if you look at in this uh, moving average rebound, Bitcoin has been red, 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 all this while. The while since the moving average rebound turned red, all this red, 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 Bitcoin has also been coming down. So it will be very interesting for us to see this moving average rebound on the weekly time frame turning to green. That is going to signal a mega move that we are all waiting for. That is where we are going to see multiples of move in market. That is when people make wealth. I mean wealth. People make life-changing wealth. Until we see that green for this, then we are still going to remain cautious for now. We have not seen a bullish trend emerging for Bitcoin right now. All what we are seeing right now. And let's look at the MACD. Yeah, if you look at the MACD is not really, though it's in the bullish territory, but it's not really showing serious signs of bullishness. It has been flat. The green has been flat. We expect to see an upward moving green bars, but that has not been the case. And we are still very cautious at this point in time. Bitcoin has not shown us any sign of movement to the upside. And remember, whatever Bitcoin does, it reflects in other cryptocurrencies. Because Bitcoin decides the pace of what happens in the market. And remember also again that the US dollar right now is showing some strength. Now let's look at the US dollar on the weekly time frame quickly. Let's look at the US dollar on the weekly time frame. What is the US dollar doing right now? Let's, let me bring out the US dollar. Okay, at US dollar. Why Bitcoin is in the red right now? The US dollar is already in the green. US dollar is already in the green. Why Bitcoin is in the red? So what this means is that we have to see this US dollar breaking below this particular trend line. If the US dollar can break below this trend line, then that is going to be a very big relief for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency because Bitcoin is going to rally very hard. But like I told us in my update yesterday, um, that brief update yesterday, I told us that Bitcoin is going to see a very serious rally. Because look at this resistance, it's dating back 2015, and since the dollar index break above this resistance, it has been struggling there. It has been struggling there. It has not shown any serious sign of moving to the upside. It has been showing very serious signs of weakness. And as I showed it to us on the monthly time frame, I showed to us this thing will break back to this channel. I'm very sure of that. It will break back to this channel. Uh, and when you break back into this channel, then it will be coming down towards the bottom of this trend line, this support here. That will be a massive move market for the cryptocurrencies. Now let us look at the monthly time frame. Let's go to the monthly here. Now, if you look at the monthly time frame here for the dollar index, at the monthly time frame for the dollar index, notice that the candle again is still an indecisive candle. It is still a very tiny, weak candle like that. It is still an indecisive candle. So, at some point, we are going to see something, especially in the month of November. The month of November is going to be very interesting because if Bitcoin opens above this trend line, if Bitcoin open above this yellow trend line, sorry, if the dollar index open above this yellow trend line, then it is going to be a serious problem for Bitcoin. But meanwhile, look at there's a big sell order block here, big sell order block here. So if for any reason the dollar index also rally to this point, which around 117, between 117 and 120. Remember, I spotted this 120 for us. It's a resistance dating back 1968. If it comes to this place, then there's going to be a big hammer sending the dollar index down in long-term downtrend. That is what is going to happen. So, why we keep focus on what happened with Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin is a reflection of what happened in the other markets. It's as simple as that. Bitcoin is a reflection of what happened in the other market. Now, so the takeaway for this week is that we are going to be, let me go back to that Bitcoin chart so that I can give us some key data points that we have to keep our eyes on. We have to keep watch on. Let me come back here to the weekly time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame. For those that are scalping, to be of a concern to them. So what next? You know, what's next? Let me move this trend line. Let me keep let us see um, what where can we actually say we can initiate some kind of buy. You know, let us take the Fibonacci. Just immediate button. All right. Now, if you look at the Fibonacci now that we just took now, it is very interesting how these things play out. Look at this Fibonacci now. Just draw down now. You will observe that the 0.32 Fibonacci with the dead bounce coincide with this 19,600. Remember the 19,600, 19,500 has been a very serious support some time ago. Around here, it was a serious support, before now it is serving as a very serious resistance. And from what the Fibonacci is showing to us, if Bitcoin will move at all to around 20,200, then it will have to break above 19,600 and consolidate there before it will move to 19 to 20,200. 20,200 is the next resistance. If at all we see any move, but if we are seeing a move down, then our data point is going to be around 18,200. That is where we are going to be keeping our eyes. So for this week, if anything is to happen for the downside, it's going to be around 18,200 as a support, and if anything is to happen for the upside, it's going to be around 20,200. Break above 20,200, we move Bitcoin to 20,700, and the break above 20,700, we move Bitcoin to $22,000. So that is where we're going to be keeping our eyes. You can take a screenshot of this as you are watching me. Take a screenshot of this. So this is what I have to share with us today and for the week ahead. I will do some other updates on the assets, our asset that we are trading, and I will drop the information for us in our trading group if there's a buy signal or a sell signal for Avalanche, for Solana, for Matic, and for Ethereum and BNB. I will always drop them there for us. Remember, if you're using leverage, don't use a big leverage size. Use a sizable leverage. Use a sizable leverage so that you don't get your account burned. If you cannot use a leverage, if you cannot use leverage, then make sure you go on spot trading. You have to be very serious, you know, you have to be a professional before you trade in professional trading before you can make use of leverage because leverage trading is such a piece to behold. All right, thank you very much. I want to say big thank you to us, and also remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, like our videos, turn on the notification bell so you get our videos real time as we upload them. Because of the current prevailing situation in our territory, I will also be putting up some of those deadly flood, videos so that we can be aware of what is going on in our environment and also guide ourselves accordingly. Thank you very much. Bye for now. See you in my next update.